All right. Welcome back to another video. We're going to be focusing on pretty much just doing the styling for the text editor today. I think this is what you should have had. This is what you should have had from the previous video, but we are going to be making it beautiful. Beautiful today. We make the beautiful. Let's see. What do we want to start? Oh, we can start by copying, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, so what you want to do is pretty much go over to my GitHub, right? This is not, you know, an intro to CSS type video, right? We're all familiar with that beginner stuff. So, like, this is so long. You just want to scroll to the bottom. You'll see this. So from display flex all the way up to prose mirror, I think. Yeah, just all the way up to here. You want to copy all of that. I'll leave the GitHub link in the description, but you want to come back to this display component. If you're following along, uh, I'm jumping to it, but you want to import something called styled front SC. Yeah, let's see if it recommends words. Yeah, from style components, right? Scroll all the way down here to the bottom. Not the top, not, just straight up the bottom. Const container, you want to define this variable and name it container. You can name it whatever you want, but we're going to be putting it in here, right? So all the styles we give this variable will pretty much apply it to every one of its kids, right? So want to set it to style.div. You could set it to many different elements, but we're just going to set it to div. And we're going to come over here and paste all that, right? So let's see. Yeah, I already had a lot of stuff, but let's see. We do have a button called preview button, so we'll give that a class of preview button. Let's see. Menu bar. Yeah, we need to add this as well. So menu bar is pretty much that thing that contained all those buttons, right, in the header. Uh, this is the thing that wraps. This is that one div that wraps all of it. So you just want to give it a class of menu bar. Self-explanatory. Let's see what it looks like right now. Oh, that's mad ugly right now. But this is kind of cute though. Yeah, okay. My objective is try to, make it seem as close to this as possible. Yeah, okay. And this seems close enough. I'm rocking with it. Hopefully you guys are rocking with it too. You know, that looks mad ugly. But okay, so I see what it's doing now. So this display flex right here is taking all these kids and, putting them in a row all together. So what we can do is give it one, like first class or like first kid, pretty much. Like first child, and it can take that instead of all these kids, right? So let's see. It can take that, it can center, and it can center that one kid vertically and horizontally, and then we can take that one kid and put all of our little kids from the monsters that are about to kill all of them, right? So okay, that looks much more beautiful. It looks much safer. We can have them grow up in here, right? Let's see. What's next? What's next? Right, okay. Yeah, so this is what I want to talk about, right? This looks mad ugly, right? So it doesn't look anything like this. Kind of, but it's not as cute as this, right? So what we want to do is you want to head over to tiptap.dev examples slash default, right? And you want to come over to this, click on React, and then this tab right here. Just copy, bro. Like, it's the hardest thing ever. It's what every developer does. Let's see. Scroll to the bottom, copy and paste, I think that should fix. Yeah, so every time we create a code block, or every time we create that code block, we can turn this. Let's see. Let's turn this text into a code block. Where's that button? There we go. So the styles are, the styles are activated, It knows what it is and it will apply it. Is there something else we're missing? Yeah, okay, so every time we try to focus, creates this ugly border. We don't want any of that. So let's get rid of it. We can go over to prose mirror, this main class right here, and add that outlook or outline. Outline none. So every time we focus on it, we don't want to see that ugly border. So we're focused in right now, we're not seeing it. Next thing I want to do is focus on I don't think I explained the styles properly. I'm moving too far ahead. So display flex to control everything, to center everything. Uh, this is the parent right here. We gave it a width of 75%. You know, we could give it a width of 100%, but yeah, come on, like that. It's not aesthetic, you know. It's not cool like that. So title input, 100% of the width. We did give this 75%, so this will be 75%. Let's see, is there something I'm not? Okay, I want to explain this part. Initially, we gave it a border bottom of this color right here, 1 pixel solid, and we give it a transition of 3 seconds, ease in, ease out. Every time we focus on it, we want to change that border. This is what it was currently. This is what it is currently, and every time we focus on it, you know, it's going to change this. Simple. So every time we focus on it, it will green, right? Let's see. Yes, the menu bar right here. I'm sure a lot of you guys could easily understand what these styles are. You know, you can nest. That's what's so great about style components. You could nest these, but you could nest kids, right? You can nest these or anything it has. You could, you know, like if you have like a parent element, you could nest and style all of its kids that way, right? So the buttons they have basic styles. Uh, on hover, pretty much this selector, that's what they're called. On hover, we pretty much want to move it up 2 pixels. So if you guys haven't noticed, every time we hover over it, it will move up 2 pixels. If you want to move it down, I think you could do just 2 pixels instead of doing negative. Let's see. I think this is self-explanatory, just some border stuff. This is pretty much the same thing as the title input, but just different colors. Preview button. We haven't created this, but it's just more styles for a button. Pros mirror. This is pretty much the editor itself, literally the editor itself. If you took this away, I mean, all of that is gone, right? I mean, look at that. That's mad ugly. Let's bring that bad boy back. Next thing's next, right? Let's move on to creating that preview button. We want to create a state first, right? We'll give it a name of preview and set preview. Preview. And we'll set it to false initially. We'll pass these props as props to the editor. We will have a button. I can't even speak properly. I'm so sick. I'm sick right now, but I'm juiced up on coffee, so you know, like that's the only reason I'm able to do this video for you guys, right? Let's just copy and paste that again. Same thing with preview. Pass it in as props as well. Come in here and just deconstruct. Yeah, you know what? We're pretty much done with all these styles, so you can minimize that. You can minimize everything really. You want to come in here and set preview, deconstruct these two incoming props. And I think we have this in there. Yeah, just come down here, create a div, and we're going to have this button in here. We're going to name it preview, class name, preview. I think that's what I named it. Yeah, that's what I named it. Preview-btn. Preview-btn is going to have an onClick event listener, and it's going to be an error function because now we're running a function, right? This incoming state we're about to pass. If you're ever running anything, you wanna have an arrow function covering it, right? Set preview. Let's see. Just set it to whatever the current state is. So every time we click on a button, we want to get the opposite of that state pretty much. It's going to help us open and close it, right? So like initially, right? Initially, I did close. Okay, I don't even have that window. I'm trying to explain what's going on over here with this, right? So initially it's going to be false. We run set preview, and then we do something like this. So it's going to take this, it's going to import this preview equals false. It's going to take this, and hey, it's going to say what is the opposite of false? The opposite of false is true, right? So it's going to set preview to false now. So sorry. So our state is going to be true now, right? So it's going to look at this. If this button is run again, it's going to say preview is true now. So what is the opposite of true? So the opposite of true is going to be false, right? So that's pretty much what's going on with this on click right here. Just kind of like gonna explain to some of you guys. I was confused on this myself before I learned what it was, but this button's okay. So we did place it in the wrong section. Let's go back up here. It's kind of like move it up one div. I think it should be placed. Yeah, I like the positioning of it. Let's go back here. If you guys don't have this React thing installed, this components thing, it's very dope. It's a React extension. And where is my state? Okay, it's okay. So it's an app. Initially, like I said, it's going to be false every time we look on it. You know, boom. So our state's being changed right there. So everything is good. Let's see. What you want to do is copy this component. I can't even speak properly, man. I gotta end the video soon. All right. What you gotta do now is you gotta conditionally render this, right? So is the state true? Yes. All right. Then render preview component. Is the state false? All right. Well, don't show anything. And something that could help us is called the ternary operator. You can search this up, learn about this. It's very powerful. You know, has a lot of use cases. So we're going to check the state. Hey, is this true or false? Let's see. Is this true? If it's true, then render this state right here. Else, don't really show anything. That's how this thing works. So we can refresh. Yeah, so you won't even see that text anymore. This text. That's pretty much what the preview page contained. Just this text right here. You won't see that because our state is initially false. If we click on this, so it's true now. All right, so you see that text. Text is gone. State is back to false. That's pretty much what I wanted to do for this video. The next video, we're going to be, you know, working with that preview page, like I said, just more styles, and then I think that's pretty much going to be it for the last video. Let me know if you guys are confused on anything, but I gotta get some rest, man. My voice hurts. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Bye.